Hey guys, and welcome back to Camping Coops. And if you're new here, hey, my name's Kelly and welcome to my channel. And this is my micro camper, Callie the Caddy. If you're new to the channel, you won't know this, but for those of you that have been watching me, you were meant to be watching the Yorkshire Pop-Top Adventure meetup video. Unfortunately, with a tummy bug, a stomach bug. What am I, 12? So yeah, you could say that those plans quite literally got flushed down the toilet. But on the plus side, it meant that I had some time at home, which meant, obviously being me, I used that time to tinker around in Callie. I started getting her ready for winter life, if that's the best way of saying it. And while I was doing it and sorting things out, I thought I'd share with you what I do, you know, like van life hacks or whatever you want to call them, tips, tricks, or the things that I do that I would not live without, could not live without, and just basically made my life easier during winter, summer and everything else. So yeah, hopefully stick around because one or two of them might be good for you. And the other positive thing about me being stuck at home is that I've managed to spend some time with the newest member of the Camping Cooper crew. That's right, got ourselves a little adventure buddy, haven't we? And her name is Indigo, or Indy for short, and she will be coming with us on some adventures with Callie once she's old enough, because she's only 8 weeks at the minute, little staffy puppy, and she's just a tiny terror at the minute. But yeah, once she's all trained and a little bit better behaved, she'll be coming on adventures with us. So yeah, today's video is less walking, talking and cooking and more tips and tricks to help with micro camper van life. So let's get started. So first up, and the biggest game changer for me, is the foldable portable toilet. Now, that's why I'm saying you can't really call these hacks because, well, it's going to the toilet. But before, I used to have like a little shiwi. In fact, that's just up here. Up here is one of these shiwis that you get. I don't know whether you can see that through the thing. But yeah, you just kind of, you know, pop it in between your legs, you know, do your thing, which was great because in Betsy I didn't have the room for a toilet, so that was brilliant. And I still use them when I'm on walks, and in all honesty I still use them sometimes when I can't be bothered to get the portable toilet out that I do have, or if I'm staying on like a campsite and I'm basically being lazy. If it's chucking it down a rain and I'm on a campsite and I have to walk to the toilet, I wouldn't normally set my portaloo up when I'm on a campsite because obviously you've got toilets there. So yeah, if it does come to the middle of the night and it's raining or I'm just lazy, I do still use the portable toilet. I do still use the shiwis. So I haven't got rid of them, and that's why it's still up there, because it's always good to have a backup as well. And yeah, and as I said, sometimes I'm just lazy. So yeah, getting back to the point, because you'll get used to me, I do kind of digress and go off on tangents or forget what I'm speaking about halfway through a sentence. So yeah, you'll get used to that if you're new to the channel, but I think it adds a little something, you know, keeps you on your toes. You don't know what you're going to get next. So anyway, back to the whole point. The fold-in portable toilet is brilliant. It literally is tiny, so it takes up no room whatsoever. It fits in that little space there, so again, brilliant, hardly takes up any space whatsoever. So yeah, it folds down nice and flat, doesn't hog precious space, and when nature calls, you just take it out its packaging, pop it all open like so, push this down in the middle, make sure that that's the right way up because sometimes I forget and I don't put it on the side with the lip. But yeah, pop that down so it keeps it nice and firm. Pop a bin liner in there, or one of the liner bags that it comes with. I double bag. Again, if you watch the channel you know that. There's no need to, it's just me and my crazy brain. So, ta-da, all set up. And basically, just like that, and then all you do is just, only joking, you just sit on it like that. Obviously it takes a lot of weight, so you're all good then. You do your thing, and then when you're done, just pop one of these little sachets in, put it like that, and it's fantastic. The only downside I would say, as you can see, it's a little bit small, so if you're a tall person you're having a bit of a problem, but I'm a short ass, so I'm fine. But yeah, this little loot honestly is a game changer for me. Makes my stealth even camping trips much much more of a breeze. So yeah, moving on from toilets, I guess the next thing, and for me it's an essential thing with regards to being in a micro camper, is the things you use to store things in. For example, Tupperware. Everything I have is collapsible, what you saw with the collapsible toilet, but Tupperware, I have these bad boys and they are fantastic. These little things, so when I've done my cooking and I'm done, or not even my cooking, my keys and things like that, do that, pop them up, absolutely brilliant. Put my keys and that in there and then just pop that on the top up here, or like the leftover food, which technically if you watch my channel I tend to throw most of them away, but I have started now to think, do you know what, that's a waste of time, waste of food, waste of money. So yeah, I'm going to be using these. And oh, she says they're so easy, there we go, and they collapse like that. They've got a little keep fresh little thing at the top there, and it's not just this that I have collapsible. As I said, I've got the toilet, I've got whole heap of them so that I can use them. Not only have I got that that's collapsible, I've also got this as well, which again is brilliant. It's a little cooking pot and that just collapses out as well, and you can put that directly onto your cooker. Ready? Oh wait a minute. Yeah, that can go directly onto the stove, and I can even eat out of that because I do tend to eat out of my pans and stuff like that. So I brought that recently. I haven't used it on the channel yet, but I have used it, and oh my god, it is fantastic. I'm so impressed with it. I was a little bit scared to use it at first. I thought, isn't it going to catch fire? You know what I'm like, I'm a little bit of a drama queen. But yeah, absolutely love it. And again, that just claps down to pretty much nothing. And hold on, I just put that away because, you know, I like to keep things tidy and neat in the van. The other thing I've got, which again collapsible, is the collapsible, I can't remember the name, that's why I've gone quiet, the collapsible wash bowl. That's the one, that's what it's called, that's the Badger. Again, brilliant, takes up no room. When you're done, just pop it down. And that kind of leads me to my next hack. Again, I can't really call it a hack, but a tip. I can't take the credit for this one because I saw this on YouTube and I thought surely that doesn't work, and it does. So I'll show you that one now. So yeah, next sort of tip is for with regards to washing. So got my little collapsible cup, and the reason I had to go in the house is I obviously haven't been in the van cooking anything, so I had to go and get some dirty plates. So yeah, basically, if you can see that, not very nice. So what all I do, just going to go off on a tangent for a minute, because I also, when I was looking for my micro, these as well are brilliant, like anti-slip mats and anti-heat mats. So that saucepan thing that I had, just whack this on the top like so, and I'll whack that on top of that. Jobs are good, and it doesn't damage my surfaces. I mean, I think these are heat proof anyway, but I'm not entirely sure. So save me damaging everything. I just put all my hot stuff on these things that I have kind of all over the van. But back to my original point, yeah, because I don't have water in here, all I use is that 2 litre like thermos flask. That tends to do me for most trips because I can fill it up when I go, if I'm going for a longer period of time and I've run out. But also normally I only go for 1 or 2 nights as a general rule. That fits everything in for the amount of teas and cooking and things that I do. So digressing, right, hold on, sorry. The other thing, you won't believe it, this white vinegar and water mixture solution. I saw this ages ago before I got into sort of van life, if that's what you want to call it. A lady did it in there, she's never been sick, it's never made me poorly, and basically you just spray some of that on there like so, and literally you just wipe it around. It cuts through all the grease, cuts through all the dirt, and gets it nice and clean. So yeah, and that, hold on, she says that bit's stuck on. It's ready break for you when it's been heated up. It's a nightmare, and that's not something I'd ever use in the van. But yeah, that basically cuts through it all, gets it nice and clean. And yeah, as I said, I've been doing that now for, well, since I've been doing the videos and since I had Betsy and everything, and it's worked fine, and it hasn't made me poorly. And I think I've said that point about 4 times now, so I think you get it, that it's not made me poorly. Anyway, I'm moving on. Completely irrelevant, nothing to do with like van life tips or anything, but oh my god, I got these from a friend, brought me them. How awesome are they? this as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but another little storage thing. You can never have too many little storage Tupperwares, tins or anything like that when you're in a little van like this. Anyway, I'm going to move on to actual hints and tips now. Right then guys, for my next trick, you'll have to excuse me, I've had to bring a little potato in here with me. My next thing to show you, I feel a little bit like the QVC shopping channel at the minute. Oh, and I'm showing my age, I don't even know if that shopping channel still exists. But yeah, I feel like I'm telling you to go and buy things. I'm not, I'm just letting you know what helps me. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to say, I have had, again, if you watch the channel, you know I love a brew. Can't function without my coffee in the morning. So I've had all the kind of kettles that you can think of. I've had the one where the little one you put on your little gas stove. I've had an electric one, which was a little bit better. It was an upgrade. I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Again, collapsible. It was pop, 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 pop down. I did try and find it to show it you, but I can't find it anywhere. So yeah, but I upgraded again to a Jetboil, and guys, this thing is amazing. I'll show you. Yeah, so, oh, and this is another little trick actually. I don't know whether you can see, so that I haven't got things like rocking around. I film with toilet roll so it doesn't bash all about. Sorry, that's a bit of a state, but it's a neat state. But yeah, this is the Jetboil. Oh, hold on, I need 2 hands for that. So yeah, the Jetboil, fantastic bit of kit, boils it in seconds. Oh, I know, baby, it's okay, you go back, baby, you're a good girl. So yeah, the Jetboil. Again, I apologise for being distracted. Yeah, I think she's going back bed. She's found herself very comfortable in the van, which is brilliant. I was a little bit worried she might be going around going crazy and not settle, but anyway, back to the point. Jetboil. Basically, dead simple. That goes on top of your gas, like so. You make sure you get a little ring out, because I always forget to do that, and then I screw it on. I'm like, oh, don't. So yeah, you just screw that in there. Oh, get it in the hole. Man. Oh God, come on, Kelly. Hold on. There we go. Here's one I made earlier. Ooh. So yeah, you basically screw that on there like so. Jobs are good. Okay, baby. Jobs are good, eh? Like so. This was what I was on about when I said my water. This thing. So yeah, I then... I feel a bit silly showing you this because you know how to boil water, but yeah, just pop your water in there like so. Like that. Pop that in there. Put it in. Pop your little lid on, and you get the steam come out of this little top bit here, so you know when it's done. Okay, baby, okay. And then you just turn the gas on. I love the sound. And it's flame on. So, oh, come here, baby. Come on now. It's okay. It's okay. No need to be scared of it. It's okay, look. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's so scary, isn't it? It's so scary. Yeah. So yeah. You know what they say though, Indy? A watch kettle never boils. Okay. I'm going to sort this little one out. Come on then. Right, Indy's all settled now, just down here. She's had a little sniff around. Whew, had a trump. Whew, puppy farts are the worst. And as you can see, this is boiling away. So it's all done and it's literally been a matter of minutes. And that's it. So you just turn that off. Then use it for your brew, or in my case, my lunch. Nice and healthy. Pot noodles. You've got little handles here. Jobs are good in. Take the lid off. Oh, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be. And yeah. Just pop that in. Just the right amount. I'm a genius. Anyone would think I'd live on pot noodles. So yeah. Oh, hold on, pop that back down. So yeah, that's the other thing I would definitely recommend is this kettle. It's the best thing. When I say kettle, obviously it boils every water for anything, but it's the bomb. I love it. I will never change it for anything else. Well, I say that probably in like a couple of years I'll be like, oh, and this thing's the best thing. But yeah, I love this. And again, I know I just mentioned it, but this again, I love it because when I run down to the last little bit and I'm boiling it, because generally I use my water for boiling, for getting drinks and things like that. I don't really use it for anything else. Occasionally a juice, but yeah. So then when it's coming down to the last little bit, I whack it all in, and then because it's a thermos flask, I pour it in here, and then I don't need to worry about boiling it on my last night and stuff like that. I can just literally make my coffees and everything out of it. Which is another reason why I have thermos stuff all over the place. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent again, but I have thermos flasks and that all over the place. I've got some in here. I think I've got a couple in here actually, because the same thing applies. If I overboil, if I boil too much water, I just whack it in here, because then I don't need to reheat it up. I just use these and pour it into my pot noodles or my drink or whatever. I mean, I'm getting quite good at guesstimating, to be fair, as you just saw, but yeah, that's the other thing. I have a lot of thermos flasks and stuff about because I find them really handy. So yeah, anyway, getting distracted. I'm gonna go have a little lunch break, and then I'll come back with more little tips, tricks, hacks and everything else. And just ever so quickly, I know I've already been going on about the kettle. I'm not going to go on about it anymore. Well, I say that I'm not going to go on about it anymore, but I'm just about to go on about it. But it's ever so quickly. I was just going to say, and it dries really fast as well. With the other kettles I had, like the condensation and everything, it took forever. I was having to leave it like outside because it was hot. This cools down dead quick. It's already dry, and I'm putting it away already. And I haven't even started my pot noodle up. That's still doing its standing still for 2 minutes thing. So that's just to demonstrate how quickly it dries as well, so another bonus point for it. So yeah, I'm gonna put that away, and then yeah, I am gonna crack on and eat my lunch. Right then, I'm back. Food in the belly, nice and full, happy days. The other half's back, so the dog is now in with her, all happy and snuggled up on the couch. So I am moving on to my next thing, which is power. Ultimate cosmic power. In a little bitty little living space. Name the film. Leave it in the comments if you know it. So anyway, distracted. Power. Basically, as a rule of thumb, I generally use power banks because, as most of you will know if you watch my channel, I get like battery anxiety from using the internal power of the van. I don't know why that is. It runs the fridge for a couple of days, you know, the lights and everything, but I don't know why. I just get a little bit like when I use it. So, and also the other thing as well is, it's not that it's a problem, but it's only actually got 2 USB ports here, which isn't really much good for me. I'd have to bring something else anyway because I charge that many things. So I use the EcoFlow Delta 2, I believe it's called. So yeah, and I use that because I charge my Switch, my Insta360 that I'm on now, my drone, my phone, my watch, just all the little things. And occasionally as well, I use it to run my electric blanket, because that doesn't actually take that much power on the setting that I have it, because I don't have it massively hot. So I think I only have it on like level 5 to start off with, and then I take it down to level sort of 2 or 3 just to kind of keep me heated, which that'll easily run all that kind of stuff. So I tend to use just that. When I go away for longer, or if for whatever reason I need to take my freezer, or I'm doing some work so I need to use my laptop and things like that, that's when I use my big hitter, the Bluetti, the big system, because, well, yeah, the little EcoFlow won't manage all of that, would it? And on the power note, that kind of leads me to my next thing. I have just mentioned about the electric blanket and the heater and everything else, but I was going to kind of show you that in action. I say in action, but what I do, I can't take credit for it. I would imagine a lot of people would already watch a chap called Ad's Adventures, and he does a thing called the Duvenator, and that's who I stole it from. It's an absolutely fantastic idea. And I'm just going to show it you. It's just going to be easier. So yeah, all I do, and this is, as I said, what Ads calls the Duvenator. So yeah, should have probably done this bit a little bit beforehand. That would plug in, hold on, let's move that out of the way. That would plug into my Bluetti or my Jackery, I say it every time, or my EcoFlow, or if I'm on electric hookup, just whack it in there. And all I do is, to start off with, I lay it underneath me, which People are like, what, really? But yeah, I'd just lay it out like this and have it underneath me to start off with, because that kind of heats the bottom area. And then I have that over the top. Hold on, I'm going to get in bed and show you and everything. Come, join me. Let's go have a little nappy nap. Very well. But yeah, basically that's what I do, and I have the electric blanket switched on underneath me. The little power source just goes at the side of me like this, and I just change it around like that. And then when I actually want to go to sleep, all I do then is actually get under this cover as well. So this and this are on top of me, so I'm getting the heat from underneath because it's been warmed up while I've been watching my TV or whatever, and then I've got it on top of me afterwards, so it's like a cocoon of lovely warmthness. I know the other option, and it's what I kind of used to do, but I'm a bit of a wriggler, to be honest with you, and also I like to, like starfish, I spread out when I'm sleeping. So you can, or what I used to do, is wrap myself up in the blanket and then wrap it round here like a little burrito and zip myself up. But two reasons I don't do that anymore. A, as I said, I like to wriggle around, I like to move, and I feel a bit constricted when I do that. And also, it got too hot. So yeah, which sounds like, well, that shouldn't really be a problem, and just turn the electric blanket off. But by the time you've had it on for a little bit, got that warmth, and was still sleeping like that, and this held the heat, it was, as I said, it was just too much. Sometimes I felt like I was passing out. And the other thing that I do, if it's, hold on, just get out of bed. The other thing I do as well, and the other thing I have is this bad boy. So yeah, they're just basically, again, this is run by the Bluetti in the front. I have it down there in front of the seat. That goes through there, and I just plug that into the front. The reason I've got this one, it's just, you know, if it falls off and no accidents, as soon as it falls off, it cuts out. And the other reason as well is you can set the temperature. So I've got little marks on there. I don't know whether you'll be able to see them, but there's little marks on there, and I tend to have it like that. So when I'm sleeping, I hit it just before, like the temperature that I like it at. And then I turn it a little bit more up than that. And then when I go to sleep, I turn it back down. So then it cuts out during the night. When it hits that heat, it's one of those that once it's hit the temperature you set at, it stops working, which is brilliant, because I did have one that you just switch on and off, and I gotta be honest, I fell asleep with it on one night, and the heat of the place woke me up. It was stifling. I was struggling to breathe. I was like, oh my god, and I had to open all the windows and everything. I had to open the door and everything. It was it really put me off, because I thought, no, because also I don't think that's overly healthy. I'm sure there's lots of reasons why you shouldn't do that, and I'm sure people will let me know in the comments how dangerous that is. But yeah, so now I got this one, and this one is brilliant. Cuts out if it falls over while I'm sleeping, if I've wriggled too much. And as I said, I can set the standard of the heat that I want, so I can have it blasting out just to give it a big hit of warmth when I first get in here. Also stops all the condensation as well in the windows and everything in here, because, you know, it's only little, there's only me, I'm there, you know, heavy breathing when I'm sleeping and snoring, and it stops this all getting damaged for condensation and things like that. And the other thing I use for that as well is this bad boy. Cost about a tenner, I think it was, and you get like refills for it. Now look, I've only been away a few times. I went Birmingham the other night, used it then, and it's already got all that water in. I normally leave it just kind of, oh god, there you go, kind of on here, about sort of there, or sometimes in the front. And I've got to admit, it's made a world of difference. I never used anything like this, or like that even, in Betsy, and I used to wake up and yeah, there was all condensation all over every window and over the sunroof and everything else, and it was starting to damage it as well. I think in the interior you could see like little bits of mold coming and that, and I was, oh god. But as I said, I've used this, it's been a game changer. I've woke up in the mornings, okay, I know it hasn't actually been that cold yet, but the fact that it's already caught all that on a couple of journeys and it's not been that cold, I feel like it's going to be an absolute winner in the actual like proper winter. So yeah, that's an absolute game changer for me, and I'd definitely suggest getting one of them as well. As I said, I feel like I'm convincing everybody to go out shopping, buy. But yeah, so dehumidifier as well. So that's it for my van life hacks, tips and trips, from loos to kettles to ultimate power. So yeah, I hope at least one of them has helped you out on a future trip. If you've got any van life tricks of your own, that'd be brilliant if you could drop them in the comments. I love learning new ideas and picking up little trips from my van life. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, hit the little subscribe button as well. It really helps me out. And don't forget to hit that little bell as well, because you don't want to miss the first camping adventures with little Indy here. So yeah, again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.